Hey everyone, what's happening? Chandler Bolt here, and welcome to another group coaching call. We got the legendary Sean Sumner here, and I heard we just wrapped up a pretty awesome hangout with one of our other coaches, Miss Lise Cartwright, on the GDPR stuff that everyone's been asking about. Hope if you were there for that, hope you found it helpful. If not, as always, you can catch the replays of any of these in the Facebook group. Just go to the events section, past events. I don't know if this is officially even went to the past events as of right now yet.
I just put the link in there for you guys if you want to check it out. It's in the thread right here. Like you said, you can always go to the events and find it. We're going to have that posted in the membership portal as well. But if you want to check it out right after we're done here, I put the link in the thread, and it's what you need to know about GDPR from an author's perspective. And we really just talked about three very specific things that every author or anyone who's collecting emails or has a website up should be doing. So three specific things. So you can go check that out with Lise. If you guys have further questions about this, I know I told a couple people who still had questions, bring them on over here. I'll feel free to answer. And if it's something I'm not sure on, I can absolutely either tag Lise, or we can find it out, or I can show you guys where to look. But from our perspective, there's really those three things we have to look at. And just to review those for you guys that weren't there. Number one, if you're collecting information via cookies or Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel, anything like that, if you're tracking someone, you need to make sure that you're letting them know that. And so if you're using a WordPress site, something like that, there's plugins you can use for that. But you need to let them know and they agree to it. So that's the first thing. Second thing is you need to update your privacy policy, stating that you're doing these things. And there's some resources out there that'll give you great verbiage for that. And Lise is actually going to put a link for one in that event. And then number three, if you're collecting emails from a lead magnet, you need to have a separate checkbox that people can check to opt in to continue on with your newsletter. If you're giving them anything more than just what you promised in the lead magnet, you need to make sure that they check the box and continue. So she went over all of those in detail, including an example from Opt-in Monster on how to do that. So definitely go check that out. It's well worth it. Three very specific things that all of us should be doing as authors to be in compliance with the GDPR rules that are coming out and going to be starting as of the 25th.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, hey, if you guys can let us know, A, that you can hear us, and B, that you can see us, just comment in the chat. I'm already seeing some comments come through unrelated to that. So it seems like you guys can hear us and see us. And then we're going to go ahead and work through a couple slides, talk about some books that are launching, and then we'll circle back here. And we'll answer questions.
All right, and it just always, if this is your first hangout or your first live group coaching, welcome. And just know that we are here to take any of your questions, whether it's on the writing process, the marketing process, the business side of things. But some of these questions might be a little advanced if you're starting out, but just don't be afraid to ask the simple things about mind mapping, about outlining, those types of things. So we're here to help get you through on your journey as you're writing your book. I'm going to start off with some slides. You can get the link to these slides in the event, just at the top of the description of the event. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see them. But if you want access to them, you can see them as well. We're going to talk about the books that are launching. There'll be links to this book. Every Monday morning, we have our launch list that goes right out into the group. It's the pinned post. So you guys can get the direct links for that there. All right, let me go ahead and bring up this screen. Chandler, are you able to see that pretty good? All right.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about some book launches. So the first one here is Cruise to the Past, Dreamcatchers Series Book 2. This is by Maria Papa, and this is launching in a couple of days. This will be launching on the 27th. I think it's at 99 cents right now. I checked it out earlier. It's already doing well. Excellent book, second book in the series. So great job. So definitely go check that out. Next one up is Time Millionaire. Create more time for the things you love with the ultimate side hustle by Angie Garner. I love that title. The title and subtitle are both great. Really well done with that. That launches tomorrow. So you can grab the link here, like I said, in the launch list. But great stuff, Angie. It's a great book, excellent cover, and really well done with the title. The next one, Salvation in the Sun, The Lost Pharaoh Chronicles. Book 1. This is by Lorraine Lee Merriweather, and the launch date is on the 20th, so yesterday. So it's probably going through promotions right now, so you guys can definitely check this out. Again, the cover is just very easy to see what this book's going to be about, so excellent job with that. Launched yesterday. And then next up is 3 Steps to Success. Create the life of abundance and fulfillment you were put on this earth to enjoy, by Dan Sterling. And this launched yesterday as well. So you guys can check that out as well. I'm pretty sure it's on promotion. He posted a little bit about it earlier. They're going through their launch process right now. And then Bloom, this from Case Lane, one of our people who went to the EBI with us last time. She's got their book out. This is Bloom, Defeat Negativity, Overcome Bad Advice, Love Yourself, and Finally Become the Happy Person You Want to Be, by Case Lane. This launched yesterday, and she's done a wonderful job with this book. I was able to grab this book myself.
Heck yeah.
Case, you did a great job with this.
That's awesome. This looks great.
And then another one of our EBI participants, this is Dan, or Dante Lupinetti, and he has Heritage of Faith, a true story of God's unwavering faithfulness. The launch date is yesterday. Again, I was able to grab this book. It's an excellent book. And this is one of those things of talking about grandparents and grandchildren coming together through faith. So a wonderful book by Dante, or Dan. Dan, it's great to see you launching, man. I'm very proud of you, very happy about this.
Yeah, heck yeah. It's so cool and so random seeing a couple people from our intensive launching their book in the same week. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Couple final things.
Go ahead.
We've got our feature blog post, but you guys can check this out if you've ever thought about doing some speaking. Also, in addition to that, we've got an exciting training happening tomorrow. So you may have saw that I went live through a Facebook live earlier today in the group. I'm going to drop the link in the thread here. So I'm doing a training tomorrow on how to start or grow your business. So how to make your first $10,000 from a business beyond your book, and kind of go behind the scenes on, okay, how I did it with self-publishing school and grew this company from $0 to $7 million in the last 3 years, and how you can get your first customers for your business. So I know a lot of people recently have been asking about kind of the business side of things, and okay, I've launched the book, or maybe I'm about to launch the book. Now, how do I make sure that I capitalize on this and use this book to successfully grow my business? So if that's you, if that's something that you're interested in, click the link, register, join me live tomorrow. I'm reworking an old training that I gave, and it's going to be really good. I'm going to strip it down, make it very actionable. And this is only for SPS alumni. So please don't share this link with anyone outside of the group. This is just for you guys. So it's going to be a fun time, good environment. Yeah, bring your questions, anything like that. We're going to be talking business. So if you're not interested in starting or growing a business, obviously this won't be a good fit. You won't really enjoy this or learn. Well, maybe you enjoy it. You just it might not be that applicable. But if you are interested in starting or growing a business, this is going to be really, 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 really helpful for you. It's all the stuff that I wish I would have known. I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and multiple years ago, before I invested all kinds of money, time, and energy in creating my own business and just really screwing a lot of stuff up along the way. So that's happening tomorrow.
You guys know how much Chandler loves to talk about marketing and talk about business, and we get to answer questions about books here, and we get into a little bit. That's your chance to really just get with him and talk with someone who's been there and done that. And he's able to answer questions about how he's built his business. Well, you guys don't know, Chandler advises a lot of very big firms on these type of issues. And so what he's going to be able to do is be able to give those advice to our SPS group. And so it's a really good chance. I get to see this a lot behind the scenes and what he does. But you guys, this is your chance to really ask those questions and go. He's done it. He's built that business from zero to, $7 million a year, which is just amazing. And so this is a chance to go check that out. So definitely check out that training happening tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks, brother. If you guys are joining me, just reply to that thread. Let me know. Say I'll be there. Would love to hear from folks who are going to attend tomorrow. Let's see. And then one final thing I think on this, we had one final slide here, which was we just realized the other day that we forgot to mention this, which is that if you need more help with the writing or launching of your book, like we have a ton of really great coaches. So we'll also drop a link in here. If that's something that you're interested in, whether you're a self-publishing school student and you have a coach or whether you don't have a coach. I know I saw someone post in the community today about how they were skeptical about getting a coach, but it's been like some of the best money that they've ever spent. If you've got a lot of questions about the writing and the marketing process, we need to get you paired up with a coach. So
this comes a lot as people start to get to the launch phase, right? They're like, all right, I've done this. Now I'm ready for launch. And we have some great coaches. We just talked with Lise. If you're getting to where it's not just about the book anymore, it's about your website, about your business. Our coaches have that expertise as well. So it's something to definitely check out. I'm trying to find that specific post. It was Marjorie Liu. Just thank you. I want to give you a shout out for putting that in there, because she talked about how she was able to just was really investing in herself. So just a wonderful post. I want to give you a shout out for that.
And Marjorie literally just commented and said, signed up for your class last week. Can't wait. Awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. So that's great. So I dropped a link in the chat. If you're interested in chatting about, working with one of our coaches, there's a link there. You can book a call, find a time that works tomorrow or a Wednesday, and you can book a call and chat with us about what that'd look like.
All right. We're going to jump into questions. If you guys have questions, just make sure you keep them in the thread where it says post your questions here. If you're new, if this is your first time, we go right down the thread. In the event, it says post your questions here. It starts with Cloris Kylie. She's got 2 questions. I think kind of like usual, she's got 2 questions to start, which is wonderful to see. But that's the thread we're going to be in. And we'll if you have a question, just post it at the bottom of that thread, and we'll get to it. And we always try and stop about 10 till the hour. So make sure to get your question in now so we can get to it. All right, first one up here is from Cloris. She says, "Hey Chandler and Sean, my book launch went so well. Thanks to you all. Working on new guest appearances and local speaking engagements. Is the best next step a book?" I think she meant BookBub promo or Amazon ads or something else.
The best next step specific to. Well, if you're talking about guest appearance and local speaking engagements, neither one of those things is going to get you closer towards those things. The best next step is going to be to join us at the intensive in July. This is like literally exactly what this is for. In terms of local speaking gigs, maybe the post that we just posted, I think you might find that helpful. BookBub promos are good, and Amazon ads are also good. Specifically for getting you local speaking engagements. They're not going to be helpful for that, but they are just kind of helpful in general for selling more books.
Yeah, of the 2, I'm really strongly going to Amazon ads right now. I know some people have been able to do sponsored things with BookBub, but Amazon ads have been really helpful for me and for my daughter and my clients. So I would recommend that as the next step for selling more books specifically. Her second question, it says, Chandler, can you talk a little bit about what you do during your speaking engagements to motivate people to buy, publish, or to check out SPS? You talked about a speaking card. Thanks again for your guidance.
Yes. So specifically, I give away, let's see. So there's a bunch of stuff. And honestly, I think you're going to be, maybe you remember this. Is she going to be at Podcast Movement? Oh my gosh. Cloris, you got to join us at the intensive. We literally built this because I'm speaking at Podcast Movement. So we'll be able to break it all down for you, exactly what we just did. My goal is to do at least 50 grand on the spot at Podcast Movement and sales for self-publishing school. My real goal is to do 100 grand. We've never done that in a single stage before, but minimum, I want to do 40, 50, and that would really make it make sense. But the main, because we're sponsoring there. So the main thing I do is give away, it's a card. This is exactly what we were showing Clayton at the last intensive, right? Because we had just finished speaking at Traffic Conversion and Social Media Marketing World. So there's a contact card where we give away what we call the self-publishing starter kit. Yours usually sells for $47. We give that away for free. That's how we collect people's contact information. And that's how we do that. I also give away a ton of copies of this book. And then people go on to book calls like a week or 2 or 3 weeks later. Literally just saw a call come in over the weekend. It was like, I went to PLF Live, which was like 4 weeks ago or something, stopped by the booth, got a book, and then I think read the book and then now booked a call. So it just goes to show that that works. And so we give those things out like they're candy at these events to any and everyone that'll take a copy. And that's kind of the main thing of what we do there, amongst obviously a bunch of other stuff.
All right, this next one's a little bit longer post. This is from Denise. This is for title and subtitle help. And so I did suggest to bring this because we do love talking about titles and subtitles here. And so you want us to have honest, and she can take it. So, and yes, I'm changing self-care to one word, so it's a verb and not a noun. And change is capitalized because it's an acronym for the core values of the readers. So the goals for readers, I'm an occupational therapist, so goals are how I roll. And that's the inside joke for me, I think. I appreciate that. As the physical therapist, I appreciate that. So it looks like subtitles is what we're looking at here. And it's learn how and why putting self-care as the foundation to your healthcare is critical to your health and wellness success. Secondly, learn the new definition of self-care and healthcare and how to make them both work for you. There's a few here. So next one.
I don't know if these are actually the titles, bud.
These are subtitles, right? Or are these the core values?
The nonfiction book. Here are these are the goals. These are her goals, and then below are the actual title options.
So I'm going to go to the title options here. Chandler, I'll let you read over those goals so that you're prepared for the. But these are the options. So number 1, your self-care matrix: 10 steps to take back your health care. Number 2, self-care matrix: how to embrace change and take back your healthcare. And number 3, the self-care matrix: 10 steps to put self-care back into the foundation of your healthcare. And number 4, self-care matrix: how to embrace change and develop your own optimal healthcare plan. So I'm gonna give you my initial feedback is number 4, I would cut off, just because how to embrace change it doesn't help me like define that. So I would cut that one off first.
Do you have a favorite?
I honestly take back your healthcare. That first one is very specific. I don't like the self-care and healthcare in the same title. To me, that seems to be a little bit too cute. So of those 4, the first one to me is very specific. You're giving 10 steps to take back your healthcare.
Yeah. I like the self-care matrix as a title. And then I agree, 10 steps to take back your healthcare. Yeah, that's a good one. I would honestly probably choose number 3 straight up. 10 steps to put self-care back into the foundation of your healthcare. It might be a little bit too cute, like you said, Sean. Not sure. And you're using self-care twice in the title and subtitle. But I do like the self-care matrix. My only worry with this is we talk about, and this is a concept we talk a lot at the Business Intensive, which is pain pills versus vitamins, and chocolate covered broccoli. So chocolate covered broccoli is a concept we talk about, which is sell them what they want, give them what they need. This is a prime example of that. Self-care is very much a vitamin. It's not a pain pill, and it's also a it's a vitamin. It's a vitamin solution. So I would emphasize things that focus on like what are the triggers and what does this mean? I'm trying to. I'm not doing a very good job of communicating what I mean here. Yeah,
I'm going to jump back to one of the things that always when people describe the book, they always 100%. There's one on here that really I thought was perfect, and it was learn how to find, build, and navigate a healthcare team that acknowledges and respects your self-care priorities. To me, that really defined a little bit more about what the book would be. So that's a really good statement right there. So that might be something to look at to come into the subtitle, because if that's what you're teaching in this book, I think that's a wonderful statement.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good one. Or let's see. I'm trying to spitball other ideas, but it's like the self-care matrix. 10 steps to taking back your healthcare. No. Taking back your healthcare by taking care of yourself. What was the one that she said here? Acknowledges your self-care.
Now, we do have someone who's proven that listening to your body's signals is a big, that's a big pain point for people. You could ask Otakar Kletke on that one. And so how to interpret your body's signals based on educated, informed awareness. To me, those are two very different books, like learning how to build a healthcare team and learning how to, so I understand that those are steps you're all in this book, but those would be two very different things. But that is definitely one that's a hot button that's done very well. So I think there's just more to do on this one. I'm not sold. I think, like Chandler said, Self-Care Matrix is really good. I'm not sold on any of the subtitles yet.
Yeah, me neither. I think this needs a little bit more work. So spin up some new ideas and come back to us, which I know is like the most frustrating feedback you can possibly get. But just know that it'll make your title a whole lot better. And I've seen so many people go through this process, and it's always frustrating and confusing and all that, and then you land on a good title.
All right, next one is from Kristen. I created a landing page for my book and set to launch on June 10th. If my book's launch price will be 99 cents, should the landing page state 99-cent offer or free as it is in the SPS video? So let's see. I would say when you're creating a landing page, you want to just be accurate with whatever. So it's going to be, if you're offering them a free book to be on the launch team, if that's not for launch team though, you're talking about a landing page for the book launch. I would really say just be accurate. So there's going to be a time where it's 99 cents. There's going to be a time where it's free. And I would really try and get more people to go to the 99-cent time. That's where you're really going to push up the charts. So I would push them to 99 cents. And go from there. Any feedback on that, Chandler? Because I'm a little bit lost on where this would be on the landing page.
Yeah, if you're doing a Kindle countdown, if you're doing a free giveaway, then you can collect names ahead of time and say, hey, get the book free as soon as it launches, and then you can promote to those folks when it's free. If you say get the book at a discount as soon as it launches, then you would promote to those folks at 99 cents. It just depends on your strategy and how that kind of integrates with your launch.
All right, and then Kristen's next question. I offered a free book to my launch team, but how will they leave a review on Amazon? If it's 99 cents, will they need to buy it? So in order for them to have a verified review, then yes, they need to purchase the book. Amazon needs to prove that they have it. So they can still leave a review and it can be unverified. There's nothing wrong with those. Like some people will see that as not the same. But if you have 10 unverified reviews, is better than not having any reviews at all. But yes, they do need to have a verified review. They need to purchase that item. Now, what you can do is during that free time, when you have a free promotion, tell them all to go grab it on that day, and then they don't have to actually purchase it. They've gone through the process and they've got it from Amazon. As long as Amazon can track that they got it from Amazon, then it will be a verified purchase. So you can either have them get it on your free day or you can have them get it on your 99-cent day. As long as they can verify that you received the book from them, then they know that you have the book. And so that's what I do. I tell half my launch team, I tell the entire launch team, I say, hey, it's going to be free on Thursday for everybody that wants to grab the free. It's going to be 99 cents on Friday and Saturday. And that really helps my numbers if you can give 99 cents. So if you can spare $1, go grab it when it's 99 cents, right? And then you're giving them the option.
Love that.
Kristen's last question here, I think, is I'm having trouble finding contact info for people of influence. What's the best way to find people to review your book?
Oh, wait. These are, I thought she was going to go somewhere totally different. So in terms of, if you're talking about review, your launch team is going to be the best. If you're talking about an editorial review, then there's actually a module, or there's a video on this in the course where one of our alumni, Kelsey Humphreys, got Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank to give her an editorial review. So just go check out that video. In terms of how do you find their contact info, there's two ways. Go to the About Us at the Contact Us page, and that's the best way. But then go to any sales pages that they have. And there's usually contact info. If you can, on any pages where you can buy stuff, they usually give you a way to contact. And then if nothing else, you're going to see the format with which they use their emails. And then oftentimes their email is formatted the same way. If it's like, Sean S at selfpublishingschool.com or whatever, if that's on our contact page, then you could bet that Chandler B at selfpublishingschool.com or whatever was going to be my email. You can just kind of use inductive reasoning. And then also there's a tool it used to be called Reportive. It's now LinkedIn Sales Navigator that I use. And I type in, I want to say there might be a video even on this in the course. Maybe not. Actually, I don't think so. But I use I type it into Gmail, and then I scroll over it and see if their face pops up, because if it's attached to any of their social, like LinkedIn or anything like that, if that email, then it'll come up. And so that's how I just guess and then find people's emails and then email them that way.
I'm going to give you 2 more resources. Number 1, we have an expert interview with Debbie Drum, where we talked specifically about getting reviews, and that's in the membership area. And then the last one is there are some specific reviewers that are like Amazon top reviewers. And oftentimes, if you see them leaving a review, like I have a couple review my books, if you click on their name, sometimes they will leave their contact information, and you can submit books for them to review. So those are 2 other resources, but definitely check out the expert interview we did with Debbie Drum, because that goes over specifically a lot of these topics on getting other people to leave reviews. All right, let's see. The next one is from Geeta. Hey guys, I have a question about Amazon Associates program. I just read 10 ways to market your book on the KDP site. One of them, they said, was to join the Associates program and earn an additional 4% on the sales you drive. Is it something worth considering for me? For those that are interested, she put the article. I will tell you my feedback on this is no, it is not worth the time. I've done this. I've done this a few times where I've joined the Amazon Associates program, and I sent, every book sale I drove through there. And the amount you're getting off of it is really not worth the time that you're investing on it. That's my opinion. Now, there are some people who are going to say, hey, if Sean sent me to try his book and they happen to buy a computer at the same time, I'm going to get credit, some affiliate money for that computer sale. That's very possible. It could happen. It just doesn't happen. So I don't think it's worth your time going through. It is one strategy, is if you have all the time in the world and you're fine tuning 18 different strategies and you're getting every last penny out of it, that is one thing you can do, but there's better use of your time in promoting your book, in my opinion.
Ditto.
Let's see. Kristen says, does my editor who is doing the formatting need to acknowledge create space?
And this was answered by Eric very thoroughly. So thank you, Eric.
Marjorie, who posted that wonderful post, thank you very much. Last week's Hangout, after running SBS Facebook poll, I proceeded. So this is another, looks like title and subtitle.
Cool. Title equals You Can Be a Powerful Christian. Subtitle, 7 Secrets to a Life of Miracles and Answered Prayers. Does this pass the litmus test and seem sellable? Let's see.
So she's asking, should she add something like 7 unknown secrets or 7 hidden secrets, or just 7 secrets of a life and miracle? So 2 questions. 1, does that pass the litmus test as it is? Number 2, should she add something to make it more descriptive?
Yeah, I like this. And maybe more than you can be a powerful Christian, I would go becoming a powerful Christian, 7 secrets of life and miracles and answered prayers. I kind of like that. Yeah, I actually like that better. Because it just in the title, you can tell that it's a transformation, right? It's insinuated in the title.
So just to recap, saying it's not needed to add a descriptive term on there, and the title.
Yeah, not needed. And I would even change the title to becoming a powerful Christian, and then keep the subtitle that she has as is. I like that.
All right. Yes, you said yes. I passed the test.
Yes. Hey, this is one of those tests where you can retake every single week, and we get to bash on people's titles every single week, and you can come back until we nail it. But you're going to be happy when you nail it, because it's going to help your book sell better. Which this is significantly better. So great! Shout out to you, Marjorie, for really improving this.
All right. Her second question: she was planning to have a launch date in June 24th, but concerned that people's are on summertime mode. Do you think there's a better season for launching? I've considered waiting till September. So I will tell you, September is back to school mode, and then November is like holiday mode, and then Christmas and New Year's mode. So I'm just saying that there's really no perfect time. It launched when you're ready, and I actually think when people are out of school, that's when they're starting to look for on Amazon. They have a little more time to do some of that stuff. So I actually think it's a wonderful time to launch. I would stick with it.
Yeah, there's never the right time to launch a book. And I'm actually adding right now to our blogging pipeline, when is the best, an article about when is the best time to launch a book? Because we get this question all the time. And
it's gonna be a short blog.
Yeah, as soon as you're ready. We're just going to SEO the shiznits out of it. Should I launch in the summer? Should I launch in all these subheads? Should I launch near Christmas? Should I launch? And then it's just going to be all these questions. And then the end is going to be launch when you're ready. As soon as you're ready. Oh, man.
All right, let's see. The next one here is Susan says, can you go over the strategy for dealing with bad reviews now that Amazon has removed the unhelpful button? So I will say my strategy is to move on and just work on getting some other reviews. You're going to get bad reviews, especially if you have any kind of book that has some thoughts in it, like has any kind of deep thoughts in it. You're going to get bad reviews. Whether some people are going to, I've had bad reviews that say Amazon shipped it and it had nicks in it. Like, you're going to get bad reviews that sometimes you can't do anything about. So I would say put them out of your mind and start to focus on just trying to build up more good reviews. People are going to they'll see if there's one bad review and 50 great reviews. They understand that there are some crazy people out there. They're also going to see that the most recent reviews tend to be helpful. So I would just focus on getting some more good reviews and try and put that out of your mind and just keep going forward. And I would say, welcome to the club. And the club of all of us that have negative reviews on our books. Let's see, next one here. I don't know that
as an author until you've gotten your first bad review on Amazon, in my opinion.
Yeah. Next is Brianna says, the expert interview with Lise was amazing. If you guys didn't catch that, go see it. Like I said, it was very specific on 3 things that you can do to help. And Lise went over some great examples. So appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here for both of those, Brianna. So Susan says, hot off the presses, bestseller again in Australia today. Feeling a bit better after not making bestseller in the US this week. So excellent. Great job, Susan. I know that I think you said that your prior book went to bestseller when this book got released, and you're just right now in the launch throes with this new one. So congratulations on Australia, and then just keep moving forward, keep getting more reviews, and hopefully see US soon on this side too.
Heck yeah.
Wendy says, where's the document Lise was talking about? So this just...
Johnny on the spot. Yeah, Lise already is in here. And might not have flashed on your screen yet, but Lise already is in here and commented, and it's there. So thank you, Lise.
We got Susan says, Sean looks like himself again after last week. He was looking like Michael last week, I think.
You grew a lot of hair since last week, Sean. You're looking good, man.
You know what? I hate missing these, but I got to see my daughter perform in her first. She had a choral recital, and then she also played the viola at a recital. So she's doing awesome. So it's great to have some family time.
Killing it as per usual.
All right, next one here. And if you guys if you're following along with me, Chandler was able to post the link for the webinar. That's the next link. So you guys definitely check that out. Susan says sobs quietly under a corner because it's in a time frame not the best for her.
You can never please everyone. If I host it too late, then all the Europeans are like, "Oh, it's like 1 a.m. If it's yeah." Sorry, Susan. Catch the replay. And also, I'm just going to go ahead and give a last call for questions because I see we just have a couple more here.
Marjorie said signed up, and so she's going to be there tomorrow. Great. Jackie's going to be there as well.
Yeah.
Lana, who's just kind of ventured into the fiction, says, any ideas for freebies for a young adult fiction retold fairy tale?
I'm not sure. I want to think Lana just joined the Fundamentals of Fiction maybe here recently.
I believe so. Yeah, I think she did. I know we talked a little bit about this. I will tell you what, because I think she's even aiming for like 8 to 10, if I remember correctly. So young adult, but very, as far as young adult, I would say at that age, there's a couple things. I know for my daughter, we did the audiobook still works, right? That still works as a freebie because, the kids are going to want it. The parents are going to want it so that they can set their kids with the audiobook. We did a coloring sheet. So that was a really good freebie to offer. And beyond that, you can go into more about the book or the characters or some short stories, things like that. But I would definitely post this for Rami as well when you're looking at the young adult fiction, and post that from one of his questions. But I know from our side, things that have to do with the story. So coloring sheets of the characters, knowing a little bit more about the world. The audiobook is still a good one. Those all still seem to work. Okay, Kat says, if one of my clients has over 40,000 people on the email list, do you think he's better off launching at 99 cents instead of free?
I think so. I would do a stealth launch at free and not tell anyone about it and send it to all those promo sites, and then do my main and full push at the 99 cents piece.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done it a couple times where I've just did 99 cents and I've regretted doing a small free, but I wouldn't do the free to the main list. I think it's still important to have a small team that's going to get early reviews, so that when it goes to that 40,000 person email list, when they click on, they see that this book has reviews. You treat it just like a promotion site. You want those reviews in before it goes to that main list. Eric says, you're welcome, Chandler Bowl. Eric's always on it, man. We love having this guy in the group. He's always great answers. Angie, whose book is coming out, we said it came out yesterday in a couple of days. I set my 2-day free promo for Kindle starting tomorrow. Where on KDP do I double check this is in place and ready to go? So this is if you go into your KDP dashboard, you'll be able to I'm trying to think, it's on the right-hand side where you can look up your ads. And actually, let me see. I'm going to put a last call for coaching. I'll see if I can pull up a dashboard and see if I can see that while we're talking. But there is this place where you can look up your ads and promotions. And if you guys have any other questions, now's the time to post them.
Cool. And I just saw. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, Ruth. So sign up. Oh, cool. You already have a coach. No worries. I was going to post a link where you could book a call to chat about getting a coach. So if you already have a coach, that's great. So you said, how do you sign up for a call tomorrow? So maybe you're meaning the webinar, in which case that's the link up here. I will drop the link in response to your comment. So it's a link higher up in the thread, if that's what you're meaning. So I will drop that there as well.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can share my screen for you guys so you can see where to find this promotion. So this is my KDP dashboard. So if you're in your dashboard, you're gonna go to Bookshelf. Scroll down, you'll have your books listed. You can go to Promote and Advertise. And when you click on that, of course, it's gonna be slow now. You're gonna go down and see that it'll say Run a Price Promotion. And you should be able, any price promotions you're doing should be listed here. So if you're gonna run a free book promotion, you'll be able to create it, but it should be listed there once it's set up. So that's where you're gonna wanna look at, is in your KDP bookshelf, and it should be able to see it from there. If it's not there, or if you have any further questions, you can just send a quick email to KDP support as well. They're really good about getting back to you on this kind of stuff.
Awesome, thank you, Sean. Let's see, Barry's got an update on his erotic book launch. Murphy's Law, bad timing. My tech guy found a recent article about Amazon changing their policy towards erotic books. They are hiding erotic books from search results. This impacted my free promo. I only got 104 downloads as opposed to 1,200 for my first recipe book. Oh, well, I just have to promote a little harder. Any advice, Chandler and Sean? And then it basically goes to, he links up the article and stuff like that. So yeah, this is tough, man. It's kind of a tough break and an unforeseen issue here. My main piece of advice is I think you're taking this the right way, and you've got a good mentality, which is, hey, we have a saying inside self-publishing school, like amongst staff and stuff, control the controllables, control the things that you can control, and don't worry about anything else. And so it sounds like you're doing that. And the main controllable that I see here is your number of reviews. Like that just continues to signal social proof. And especially in this genre, I think it's really important. So I would continue to chip away at getting more reviews, and then find sites, groups, or things like that support this specific genre, because that's where, in my opinion, you're going to get the most traction. Cool. Final call for question. Angie says, thanks, Sean. Awesome. So, hey, one final thing I wanted to mention. So we're looking to hear from some successful self-publishing school students. Michael, who you saw last week on the group coaching call, he's doing some success interviews with some of our most successful students about kind of how they did it. And, what was the process like? What was your favorite part? What was the hardest part? What was most helpful? What was it like to work with us? Stuff like that. If that's something that you're interested in, I think it'll take 15, 20 minutes, something like that. You'll hop on a video call. He'll ask you a few questions. It'll be quick and painless. And then we'll use that when other students are considering joining self-publishing school, and you get a lot of publicity out of it. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, then just comment in this thread the word testimonial. Comment in this thread, and I'll have Michael just directly outreach to you. Again, we're looking to do some student success interviews with some of our most successful students. It'll take 15, maybe 20 minutes. Michael will probably follow up with you and then send you a link where you can book a call, and then it'll be a video interview. His goal is to do, I think, 20 of these by middle of next week. So he'll book a time sometime this week or next week. We're wanting to highlight some of our most successful students. So if that's something that you're interested in, again, just type the word testimonial in the comment thread here, and would love to kind of hear about your success, hear about the process, things like that. Cool. Kat, awesome. Hey, we'll take another one from you. That's great. Sweet. Yeah, what defines success? If you successfully publish your book through the program, and we're looking for all different backgrounds, all different levels of success, all different motives. So whether it was like, oh, I just wanted to launch a book so that my kids could read it, or I wanted to launch a book to make $1 bajillion bucks, and I made $1 bajillion and 2 cents. Then that's okay. That's cool too. We're looking for eclectic backgrounds, eclectic purposes, anything like that. So yeah, don't feel like you have to be X number of hit X success benchmark to be considered. Marjorie already booked with him. So much good to say about SPS. Marjorie, you're on top of it. You're killing it right now. Yes, Susan, we did answer your bad review question. The replay will be up here in just a second. Awesome. Hey, thank you guys so much. Hope to see some of you on the webinar tomorrow. If you're interested in growing your business, if you're interested in chatting with Michael, who runs our customer success, about your SPS journey for a testimonial, comment in the thread testimonial, and we will see you guys back here, same time, same place next week. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.